Record this. All right. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Hi.
Hello. How do I move this down? Okay. So what we're going to do today is we're going to share about Pear Deck. Oops, it didn't start at the beginning. So Pear Deck is just like an add-on. So if you're already using Google Slides, this is going to be really easy to add on. So why to use it? It's easy to use and intuitive. It incorporates seamlessly with what you're already teaching. And then it increases student engagement and interaction, and it's fun. Okay.
Yeah, you guys might be like reluctant to try new technology and like to overwhelm the kids, but I swear it's not overwhelming. It literally already goes with what you're doing. So I think it's, like Hillary said, it's intuitive.
Yeah. And it's nice because it can be used both asynchronously and synchronously. Like you can choose how you want to use it. You can have the kids do it at their own time, or you can do it with the kids. And we're going to model today how to do both of those. Okay. So we're going to practice the teacher paste one together first. So we're going to pretend that you all are students. So what you're going to want to do is whoops, hold on. How do I don't want to exit. I want to exit full screen. There we go. So what you're going to want to do is open up another window or get a second device and go to joinpd.com, and the screen will look like this. And then I will start it. We'll show you how to do all that in just a second. So to start it, I'm going to click this start lesson, and it's going to make you make a code. We're going to start with instructor paste. So the first thing they do is ask you how you're going to do it. And it's going to make you a new code every time you use it. So like if you have different like special areas, if you're using it with different classes, or if like you're using it with different small groups, it will save their answers in different folders for different groups that you used it with because they have a different code. Right, Ashley? Am I speaking correctly?
Yes, that's true. Every session that you start has a different code.
Yeah. Okay, so if you would, either on your computer or on your second device, type in this code, RUGDC. Okay. And what you might want to do is have two windows open, like a split screen if you're using your desktop or your computer, so that you can see my display screen and then the student screen at the same time. When I did the training online, they suggested, like as a teacher, you may even want to have a second screen so that you're looking at the display screen, as well as, we'll show you later, there's a teacher screen. Okay. So if you could give me a thumbs up, go to participants and give me a thumbs up if you've got yours, if you're ready. And here comes Stella. So those of you, I think we just had Stella and a couple other people just join in right now. If you would go to joinpd.com and then type in the code RUGDC. And then what I said was I suggested that you have a split screen so that you can see the presentation screen as well as the student screen, or you can pull up joinpd.com on your telephone, on your smartphone or an iPad on a second device. Okay, I see 2 people gave me a thumbs up. They're ready to move on. Four people. Okay. Oh, we have 10 students connected and there's 16 people, so I'll wait a couple more seconds. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and click start class. And so you're going to see the student screen. I'm going to, since you're looking at my screen on half of it, I'm not going to split my screen. I'm just going to come back over here. Ugh, wait, did I go the wrong thing, Ashley? No, I want this, right?
Yes. You just go into the next slide.
Yeah. Okay. So now I go on to the next slide. Okay, we've done that.
To our question slide.
Huh? Yeah. Okay. So with the teacher pay, okay, so we're starting with the teacher paste, and you're seeing with the teacher paste, you can see the student's response in real time. So I don't have to wait till like they're all done to come back, and they don't all have to unmute and tell me things. So we're going to try an example. This one is a drag the icon. So how do you feel about digital learning? Drag the star over the emoji that describes best your feelings.
So you guys just skip to that slide on your own
Yeah.
presentation, and then once you're there on your own screen, you should be able to see a little star, and you can drag it over whichever emoji you choose.
Okay. And then what I can do, I have 9 out of 13 of you have responded. I can show all the student responses at once. So I click show responses, and I can see that we've got 3 main responses. Nobody's angry. I guess that's good. But nobody's in love either, so that's not a surprise. The other thing you can do is you have this locked screen, so that if you don't want them to be able to input answers anymore. Okay. All right, and then I can go on to the next one. Now this is a choose your response. So with this one, you just choose apples or oranges. And then I'll give you a moment to respond. Okay. And we have 9 people responding, and then it'll show you in a bar graph. Most people picked apples. Okay. Also, there's this right here, a new prompt. If you're working with the kids and all of a sudden you think of something new you want to add, you can add a new prompt while you're teaching. And they've got some examples there. So you can, like if I wanted to do a KWL, you can add it as you're working. So when you're doing the synchronous learning, if you think of something or you realize that your kid, as you're using these as a formative assessment, you realize your kids need something else, you can add something in there. I thought this would also be a really good way to use the Amplify and not have to make all those packets. So here's an example I did. I think this was the 5th grade Amplify. And I just copied and pasted the wording and the pictures off of one of the worksheets. And then students can now write their response. So when this one, it just says scientists discovered this while digging for ancient artifacts, but the artifact is missing part of section D. Each section of the artifact shows different stars in the sky. Why do you think there are different stars in each nighttime section of the artifact? So they could pick A, B, C, and then they can respond. With this one, because it's writing, when you show responses, one person said yes. I only have one response, but Ashley, where did my teacher screen go? I've lost it.
You mean the show responses?
I can now.
Yeah.
But where do I go to the teacher?
The snowman.
Where is he? I'm sorry, you all. I've lost my teacher screen. I was going to show you that, but because there's a way, I'm going to apologize. I can't find my snowman. Because there's a way that when kids do written responses, you can actually choose to you can pick which students you want to share their responses. So right now, when I did show responses, it would have shown you everyone's. But like, let's say, you know, little Johnny wrote something silly and you don't want to share that. Or maybe you only want to show like 2 or 3 that are really good responses. You can choose which ones. And I'm really sorry that I can't find my snowman to show you. Hopefully Ashley will find hers when we split to her. You can also embed your amplified Sims to your Google slideshow. So what I did, I think, is right now you should be seeing a split screen on your student presentation with one of the Sims that's about energy transfer from 4th grade. So instead of the kids having to go somewhere else to do or to see a website, you can now embed it into your slideshow. So the kids aren't having to go to another site and then come back to your slideshow. I thought this was would be really helpful. Again, with Amplify or, you know, lots of things that you're going to be working with the kids while we're doing this online. Okay, so now we're going to switch to Student Paste. And so I'm going to turn, so again, I went to the 3 dots. I'm going to turn on Student Paste. And so now what's going to happen is you all on the student screen should be able to click on the slides and do them at your own pace. And I'm going to let Ashley take over from here.
All right. Hillary, can you enable screen sharing for me?
Yes, I'm sorry. Let me do that.
Oh, that's okay. And if you guys have questions, just put them in the chat. And Hillary, you can, I might not be looking at it, but you can let me know if there's questions.
Okay. All right, I'm just going to make you the host.
Okay.
So now you can share it from where we left off.
Okay. All right. Can you guys see that?
Yes.
All right. Okay. So you guys, if you're already using Google Slides, you're already making lessons with Google Slides, Pear Deck just allows you to already add questions to those slides. So when you install it, it becomes an add-on, which is right up here on your toolbar. So let's click on that. And this basically just shows you how you can add a question to your slide. So for example, on this next slide, this is one that I created. Really simple question that says, who painted this picture? But it doesn't have a Pear Deck add-on on it yet. So to add that, you would just click over here, whichever one you want. They can do text, they can do multiple choice, they can draw on the slide. So for example, if you want to do choice, you just click here. And then it allows you to put in the answers for this. So just like this. Etc. And then once you put the question on there, it will add a little bar at the bottom so that you can see that it is now an interactive slide. So when you send that out to your students, they'll be able to interact with the multiple choice.
One of the things oh, sorry, Ashley, real quick. One of the things they told me when I did the online training, they said, do not, like some teachers want to delete that bar at the bottom. Yes. It shows up because they don't like the way it looks or whatever. But once you do that, it actually gets rid of the Pear Deck question. So you need to leave that little Pear Deck thing at the bottom.
Yes, exactly. So that right there shows you that the slide is interactive. One thing I really like about Pear Deck is they have a bunch of already pre-made templates that you can go ahead and put into your slides. If you look on the side here, it says our template library. And they have a bunch of really good like entry slip, exit slip, like social emotional stuff on there that are already made that you can just really simply plug in to your lessons. So let me just show you guys some of these really quickly that you can add in. Also, you can do audio clips, so you as the teacher can record your voice, which I think is really useful for the kiddos that can't, maybe kindergarten, that can't read the instructions, or helping with pronunciation or read aloud or anything like that. Now the students, they cannot upload their voice, but you as the teacher can add audio clips. It's really easy. So these are some of the slides that Pear Deck has pre-made that you can put into your presentations. A lot of like check-in stuff. So this is a stress check one. The students can tell you, I'm in a good space and I can focus, or no, I can't manage my emotions right now. This is another good one. Did you find this lesson interesting and challenging? So they can answer that really quickly. And again, these are all pre-made on Pear Deck, and they're just right here on the right-hand side when you download that add-on. This one's about bucket filler. What's filling your bucket today? What's draining it? So these are just, simple. You just pop them into your already made Google Slides, and this way the kids, you can kind of see, you can gauge what's going on with them. Another simple one, circle how you're feeling. And they have more templates that are on the actual website, and I've linked it right here on the presentation. We'll send this out to you guys, but you can go to peardeck.com/templates, and they have them for math. They have them specifically for kindergarten. So it's really versatile. It's not just one subject. So let me show you guys some of the examples that they have on there that you can already use. You can do polls like this. Do you think exercise is good for the body, the mind, or both? And you can alter these slides too. You don't just have to take straight from the website. You can add your own questions in there, make it relevant to your subject. Circle the items that start with B. So on the student end, they would have a little marker, and they would be able to circle their answers. And Pear Deck, it records all the student data for you. So when you go back to teacher desktop or teacher dashboard, you'll be able to go back and see all student answers. It does save it for you. Draw or type 2 things you've learned today. Draw lines to match. So there's a ton of different options here to kind of make your Google Slides more interactive. And like I said, it stores and records all your student answers. If you go to the teacher dashboard, that's on peardeck.com. Would it be helpful if I showed that? The teacher dashboard. Hillary, you're muted.
Sorry, I was trying to still find my teacher dashboard, and I don't know why I can't. Mine, I must accidentally close it or something because I can't find it. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Let me go to it really quick and I'll share.
You guys are doing awesome. Keep it up.
I hope it's helpful. Are there questions? I'm not looking at chat right now.
From my perspective, I'll read if there's any questions, but I really like, because sometimes we forget about this. I like that little tidbit of formative assessment, like, write or draw something that you learned in today's lesson, that they keep hovering back around to that. And I think that's one thing that as teachers, we're always looking to improve upon, and it's just built in right there.
Well, and one of the things, I don't think we showed it we should have done it in the teacher pace slide. I think it was in the student pace slide. We had one where they draw, because my thought was with the K1s, all of their Chromebooks have the touch screen.
Oh yeah.
So those kids, especially those kindergartners, this is going to be an easy way to allow them to just take their finger and, they could circle something, they could draw a picture, and you're going to be able to see what they did in live. Even when you're doing the student, as she pulls up the teacher dashboard, you're going to be able to see in live time, even if you're doing student paced, what the kids are responding. So you can see which kids are doing the work and which aren't in live, in real time, even if it's asynchronous. So you can tell who's done it and who hasn't.
I love that.
And the other thing is, when I was showing you like the teacher where you share the responses with everybody, it doesn't show the student names. So you might have a kid who in the regular classroom is real shy and doesn't raise their hand, but they've done really good work, and you show their answer. The other kids don't know that who did that, but that kid knows it's their work, and they're going to have some pride and not have that embarrassment or, fear of other people knowing that it's them.
I mean, we're like that as adults. I love that feature.
I do
Good
too.
job, ladies.
Really quickly, I'll just show you guys how to get to the student data on the teacher dashboard. If you just go to peardeck.com and you log in, and you go to sessions right here, I have a bunch of practice ones, but I'm trying to think if any of mine have an answer on them. So if you just click on the session that you did and you open teacher dashboard, this is where it would show you're still, your answers. Me just being silly and practicing, so.
And what they said is also like, you don't want to show the kids the teacher dashboard because like right here, you can see that Ashley has the names of the students there. And so you don't want to show the kids the teacher dashboard. You want to do that one that I showed you earlier where you just share responses so you don't have the student names.
Right, so, if you had a whole class, obviously I don't have a whole class of responses because I was just practicing, but you would be able to see every student's responses right there. And then, of course, I think, Carly, did you ask about how to get it on your computer? You can just go to Google Suites, I think, and download it from there. You can also just go to peardeck.com, and it should be right there for you to log in with your Google account and add it. So it's really simple.
Don't you just go to where it says, when you're in Google Slides, you just go to add-ons? Like, go look at the pictures. Yeah, you go to add-ons.
Add-ons right here.
And then the second, and then she already has it, but it'll say get add-ons. So you click on the get add-ons,
right
and it'll
here.
be that first screen. There will be a whole bunch of things to choose, and you just click on Pear Deck right there. And then, so what you'll do in the future is you'll just make your slideshow first, and then like Ashley showed you, you'll go back to add-ons and click Pear Deck for Google Slides, and it'll pop open on the side.
Yeah, so it's really easy to download. It takes no time at all.
So I guess at this point, did we have anything else? Does anybody have any questions for us? Ashley has actually done this before. I've just learned about it this summer. I did like 3 or 4 PDs this summer about it. So. All right. Well, Ashley and I will help as we can.
If you guys have questions, feel free to email.
I just feel like we were using Google Slides last year already. And so this is an easy way to get the kids engaged and actually have them do something, and you're giving them feedback, whether you're doing it asynchronously or synchronously. And I thought the fact that it was very flexible was really beneficial to everyone. So. All right. Well, thank you all. If you have any questions, let us know.